If I want to be gay and Muslim or gay or Sikh or anything, it's my choice. It's between me and my God, not between them. So they have no right to judge. Only God can judge me.
There are over 4 million Muslims in the UK, and this number is set to triple by 2050. The Muslim community here is diverse. However, for many traditional Muslim parents who come to the UK as first-generation immigrants, the more liberal, progressive ideals that exist in big cities like London can be hard to accept alongside their faith, one of these being same-sex relationships. I'm on my way to Birmingham to attend a Christmas party thrown by Hidayah, a prominent UK organisation supporting LGBTQI+ Muslims. Hidayah marched in Pride last year and is very vocal about their mission to spark social change. Because many of the party attendees are not comfortable being on camera, I'm unable to film the party itself. However, I've been given access to set up in the host bedroom to film interviews with anyone interested in sharing their story. A young Hidayah member tells me about her experience coming out to her family.
One of the first things my family said was, can't you lead a double life? And that wasn't primarily because it wasn't to do with anything to do with them, it's more for the community. There's this perceived shamefulness, perceived embarrassment.
I briefly stepped onto the balcony to chat with Drew Dalton, an award-winning sociologist who recently converted to Islam.
Islam's got a rich history around LGBT rights and LGBT ideals, and Islamic history is fascinating when you start looking and probing into how people were perceived at the time. I mean, there were trans people essentially guarding the tomb of the Prophet.
With such a liberal history, I wanted to know why things have changed, so I've logged onto a popular Muslim chat forum to ask. The chat representative responded with verses from the story of Lot.
The story that always gets held up is that people are Lutites from the Prophet Lot, and the Sodom and Gomorrah style story. The translation is about male rape. It's not about same-sex desire and intimacy, and so there's no discussion there about that, about kind of homosexuality as in kind of intimate partners, intimate sex, intimate love and desire. It's about male rape. Elements of Islam have been hijacked by people with an agenda, a very misogynistic agenda, who want to control people's bodies, want to control people's lives. And in doing so, they've taken on this and twisted the story of the Prophet Lot.
Jahed and Sean gained national attention last year after it was reported that their union was the first UK same-sex marriage involving a Muslim man.
I don't think it doesn't matter what background, what religion you are. I don't think anyone should go through the thing that Jay went through in his life. It's wrong. Why would you put your kids through that for?
I left the country, I left the UK to go to Bangladesh, where I stayed there for 6 whole months. Going to mosque teachers after mosque teachers, they're giving me drugs, they did black magic on me. You wouldn't guess, they did anything they can on me. The most weakest point in my whole life, where I'd never felt so down in my life, that's when Sean just approached me and he just sat down. First I didn't talk to him, but he sat down, held my hand and he just said, it's okay. He didn't ask me, are you okay? He go, it's okay. I'm like, it's like he knew what was going on. I knew if I didn't get married to a man, that my family would arrange a wedding for me with a woman, and I couldn't take that. I couldn't do that at all, because they'll be ruining my life and ruining her life. So, growing up, I've been taught from the Quran that you can't be gay, you always have to have a family, a wife, have kids, raise them the Muslim traditional way. So knowing that in my head, what's right and what's wrong, I had to face that battle in my head. So it was quite difficult for me, and that's why I couldn't take anymore, that's why I wanted to commit suicide.
Jahed survived his ordeal. Sadly, the same cannot be said for Naz Mahmood, whose fiancé Matt keeps his memory alive.
Naz was the most beautiful, loving, accepting man that you'll ever meet. He was so positive, he was so honest, he was so genuine and caring. He was such an upstanding member of the community. He was a GP, a much loved GP. He was loved so much that there'll be a waiting list of people to see him. I want to see him move and I want to see him laugh. I want to hear his voice. I just didn't feel it was right for me to sit in the car. I wanted everyone else to sit in the car, but I wanted to walk.
Naz committed suicide after coming out to his family. He was 34.
Sometimes people say, being gay is a choice. Well, it's absolutely not a choice, because if it was a choice, then why would we choose this path in life that's so hard and so difficult when we risk losing so many people that we love? Why would we make that choice? We would never make that choice. It's really, you just want your mum to say that she loves you unconditionally for how you're born, not with conditions, not having to live a double life where you have to pretend to be somebody else around your family. You just want them to accept the person they gave birth to. When you lose the person you love, your soulmate, the reason why you get up in the morning, the man you love so much, the man you're going to marry, your happiness, your future, everything about Naz was us. To have that taken away so cruelly, so quickly, I don't want anyone else ever to feel that pain. I don't want anyone else to ever to feel that pain again.
Shortly after Naz's death, Matt started the Naz and Matt Foundation, with the mission of never letting religion come in the way of unconditional love between parents and their children.
It's time to end this suffer, really. It's got to come to an end where everyone just accepting and just let us live our life.